bro.
Now I'm going to be playing with a pen. This is a fancy pen, too.
This is a Japanese pen from Japan.
No, I'm not wearing a nerd shirt.
Yeah, but it's not
Wasn't prepared.
Nintendo.
Motorhead.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would get Club Nintendo pen.
Nintendo pen
Is
set.
it already recording?
Yeah, dude. Greetings, friends. Steven here. Welcome to episode 3. We think it is now the CAPMAX video podcast. We have a new guest here today. It's co-host Alyssa, Ali,
Hi.
whatever we call him. And of course we got Gord, and we got Brandon, and we got Steven. So,
Ceiling.
so what?
Ceiling.
Editing you, all of you. So, first topic, saving Nintendo. For all those of us who are on Twitter, or really the internet of any sort, everyone keeps going on about how Nintendo's doing everything wrong. So I thought it'd be a fun discussion for us to have is, how could we save Nintendo, and does it even need to be saved?
Or do we need saving from Nintendo?
Gord, you were saying before that Nintendo does not need any saving. You want to take us from
I
there?
really don't think they do. I mean, sure, they've done lots of similar games. I mean, the Mario Brothers formula hasn't really changed whatsoever, and people have gotten a little sick of the 2D side scrollers because nothing has changed. But, I mean, look at how the pricing stays the same. It sells, sells, sells. New Super Mario Brothers Wii is still $60 because people still buy it.
Are they though?
Oh yeah.
He knows.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people keep coming looking for the Wii because they don't want to spend the money on the Wii U yet because the bigger sellers aren't there yet. Zelda being the biggest seller for Nintendo in terms of what people want. At least that's what you hear all over the internet and just when talking to customers. So
I disagree. I think the Wii U, specifically with the Wii U, I think that's where the biggest problem lies. I think we can all agree that 3DS is an excellent system. It's doing just fine. I think it's arguably the best.
so many games.
Oh, I mean, like, of course, you got your 360 and your PS3 and all that. Those are doing just fine. 3DS, man, that's some good gaming right there.
Well, I mean, like you were saying though about the Wii U, the biggest thing that's not keeping the Wii U afloat is that, like I said in one of the previous podcasts, is that third-party companies just seem afraid to work with Nintendo's hardware.
Well, it seems like Nintendo is afraid to work with Nintendo's hardware. Like, we have Pikmin 3 that came out today. It was today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Pikmin 3. That's not going to save any systems.
No.
Pikmin.
No, it's not
you
one
like
of their bigger
Pikmin,
names.
It just looked exciting, but I don't have a Wii U and I don't plan on getting one, so it's obviously not that exciting.
And it was certainly not enough to make you want to buy it. Yeah.
I've never played the previous two Pikmin because it didn't interest me, but again, pulling the gamepad into the equation and having the RTS functions via the gamepad is what pulls me to actually buy the game. That's what happened with.
Could it just
Lots
be
of
though that you buy
third-party
it because there's really not much else to buy for your Wii U?
No, again, I wouldn't have bothered with Game & Wario if I didn't want to see what the gamepad did. I wouldn't have bothered buying Assassin's Creed 3 on my Wii U if I didn't care what it did when I already got it on my PS3.
Could you not have rented the game and discovered what's the whatever?
Uh,
From
where?
Well, there are smaller stores that rent games. But
Yeah, but I don't rent
even the
it.
library where I got our new Mario Wii doesn't even rent a Wii U games. Even the library doesn't seem to believe it.
But with Nintendo games, like, it's good to keep them around because a lot of them have good multiplayer on them, so it's not
They
even
do now.
worth
Like,
it.
we were just playing a new Super Mario U.
Yeah.
That's a U. See that?
New Super Mario Bros. U.
That was a hoot and a half. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that game. That's arguably my favorite Wii U game. But
But
it's really the only one I even want to play.
But at the same
If
time,
I had a Wii U, if I had spent the money, and I would probably buy Monster Hunter. Just because it's Monster Hunter. It seems to be the... Oh, I found that.
Well, no, I was actually raising my hand in the fact that Brendan and I have it, but of course Brendan didn't understand that fact either.
Yeah.
I'm always up for a high five. I'm just dropping it. Or bro fist.
So now I'll do it.
It is a friendly discussion by all means. But yeah, Pikmin 3, what the hell? And you're not gonna save any systems by putting up Pikmin 3.
No.
Now you got that new Mario Land 3D World thing going with the cats.
Super Mario World 3D.
Whatever. That I will at least
Wow.
look forward to playing, because it's the same sort of thing as the new Mario, except of course it's sort of that weird sort of 3D.
And that's
It's like 3D
that's what I like.
lands.
It's like I like them pushing more of the 3D perspective, because Super Mario 3D Land. I like roaming around a
It's
world
kind of
rather than
3D.
the side scroller anymore.
Really?
Well, side scrollers
It's been done.
It's been overdone.
But it has its time and place
Mm-hmm.
too.
Well, that's why they
Yeah.
keep making it. But
That's
they're
the thing.
also making new stuff finally,
Mm-hmm.
too, like the 3D ones.
But at the same time, you guys are like, yeah, I'm excited for the new Mario game, but isn't it kind of just gonna be the same as all the other Mario games, and aren't you kind of falling into the same trap that Nintendo's been setting?
This one is kind of different, not different enough, but it's kind of it's like looking down kind of, and then everyone's kind of running
as long
at
as
an
it's
angle.
not the same world layout. That's
It's 3D, like you're actually in a 3D space, but I think it's still keeping a pretty tight, game level,
Mhm.
just so you can actually play
well, that's the
together.
thing. I liked the open world.
And you get to be a kitty.
Like I like. That's the thing. I liked Super Mario 64. The Galaxy games, I only played the first one. I wasn't a huge fan of it because
Yeah.
of the whole spinning
It
perspective.
was so gimmicky.
Okay, I
And there's
love
so
Super
many-
Mario Galaxy 2. It's one of my
So
favorite
many
Mario
bottomless
games.
pits. We don't need this many bottomless pits, and it's always that black hole bottomless pits. You're like, no, Mario.
I just found the platforming really smooth and fun to play. But my other
That's
favorite
fair.
Mario game is Paper Mario, just because it's
I like the
different.
again. I like the
RPG.
Paper Mario's.
RPG.
Yeah, see, we need
I've
a
never
new
played
Super
that
Mario
one.
RPG, and I mean, I like
well,
the Paper
I mean,
Mario.
Dream Team's coming out. That's basically it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they did do those, but I still liked that better because you had a party and you weren't just Mario and Luigi. Sorry, but I like
that
the
was a
extra
pretty cool game.
I like
think
the
we can
extra
all agree.
characters, like bringing in new random characters that you've never met before. They had no instance in any of the continuity. That game, it was new. It was different. It was something fun to try.
Mhm.
They had their own abilities.
Square helped with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it certainly had that Final Fantasy vibe going on.
Of course, it's an
Yeah.
RPG.
You could say it's a JRPG.
Yes. Well, obviously, it kind of started there.
Technically, yeah.
Now, Wii U Basic at Wii U. That sounds pretty good. Wii U. There you go. I'll take that. They kind of had a price drop. It was like $1.99 at Walmart.
Just on sale, but we never.
I get the feeling they're feeling it out. They want to know. My biggest problem, I think, with the Nintendo Wii U specifically is that it's too expensive. Hardware too expensive. Software way too expensive. Prices don't go down. They really need to go down. Like we were discussing earlier today, that with all those games we bought for like $5-10 and they were new. Those were clearance games. Nintendo, it's okay to lower prices.
But almost it's like it's us as the consumers that need to help Nintendo change. Like if we're gonna keep buying the games at those
Well, that's
prices,
but
and-
We
also-
shouldn't have to support Nintendo.
But that's also any game company, period, because with DLC, everyone out, or a good majority of people out there are complaining about DLC pricing, and if, like, oh, we're not getting a full game, why should we pay $60 and then
Capcom,
this
looking at you.
Yeah, what is it?
Ultimate
5,
Street Fighter
6
4?
into iterations of a single game?
I want to buy the latest Street
I
Fighter,
haven't-
and I hate myself for it.
I don't care about fighting games, so it interests me a
Mhm.
squat.
good for you.
I mean, Street Fighter. It's like, I played Super Street Fighter 2. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's all.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
That's a good game.
exactly.
All the Street Fighters are good, but that's a different
Yeah.
topic entirely.
But no, back to Nintendo. Club Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big problems, that they seem to be supporting other countries with a constantly changing selection with their Club Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, Europe just seems to get more and more selection. We've had
They
the
don't
same
get a lot else though. You got
Well, but they do seem to get a different selection of more items that you want.
yeah. No, the Club Nintendo North America is pretty lacking.
They have more 3DS XL colors too in Europe.
I want that mint.
Japan.
You like the mint too, right?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
mint a
that
lot.
mint color.
I know. I would have bought it if we had it.
Oh, we might get a Pokemon color thing. We'll see. I don't know.
Now, the special edition 3DSs are nice, but again, it's more so for people that really want to hold out for them. I mean, I've gotten lots of their iterations of hardware. upon first release. So then I don't want to get a new color, but then I'm like, because the trading in and whatnot, I'm like, come on.
Well, I'm a holdout. I waited for the Zelda 3DS, and then to get an XL, I waited for the Pikachu one.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Because
like
I wanted
Nintendo
those
software. That's why I jump right in right away. I mean,
I like their software, but usually launch doesn't have all that much that interests me.
well, I mean,
Not like it used to be, that's for sure.
the Wii U. 2 days after launch, I had 8 games. So I mean,
I still only have like 3.
see, but I'm already at like 18 games. But I mean, again, you're thinking about how many third-party games there are out there that aren't worth the cash.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have said Madden was garbage, FIFA was garbage. Again, it's a matter.
Zombie U looked cool.
Zombie U is a great game. I liked it. I mean, Assassin's Creed 3, I like the fact that you can get rid of everything off the screen, have it on the gamepad, so you have a clear gameplay. You don't have to be cluttered. So I mean, it's better in regards to capturing the games.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see it's like, okay, it doesn't matter how many bullets I have. It doesn't matter how much health I have. You're watching the game. I'm watching my info.
Yeah. I liked that they made Assassin's Creed, like Zombie Wii U, Mass Effect, everything for Wii U as well, because it was them trying to appeal to the hardcore market more.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, well, this family-friendly thing isn't working as much as it was before, so let's
Speaking
try
of the
Umbrella.
mature Black Ops 2, I bought it for my Wii U because I wanted to see what their community and online, and again, the gamepad. I wanted to see how it was
Yeah.
Is
used.
there a Miiverse for that? Like, do funny, badly spelled messages
No,
come
unfortunately, no.
in?
No.
That would be great.
Well, that's the thing. You can't even take screenshots during
You're like-
multiplayer to say, "Oh, I just got shot in the head." No, you can't.
That
Or
would
it's
be
like,
great.
"Oh, I just got a random axe from halfway across the map." No, you can't do that. I mean, that's incredibly limiting and really distasteful. However, I have found that the gaming community of Black Ops 2 just seems far more mature. You're not having these little ingrates spouting profanities at you just because you got shot. So yeah, it's like
I know.
they're downing you. They're 13 and they're downing you. I was playing people that were over 30 on the Wii U. So I'm like, just goes to show you you have a more mature, wider audience with the Wii U playing a game like that. Because you don't have people that are making fun of each other. They're laughing. It's like, oh, sorry, I screwed up. Shot you in the back of the head. And they're apologizing.
Well, I see what you're saying, but I mean, at the same time, those same adults could be playing on the PS3 in the next day, and those same kids could be playing on the Wii U at the same time. So I think that very much depends on just who's on at the time.
Quite possible. I mean, there's the...
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
And also,
bro.
with the smaller community, playing with the same people more often.
I don't know, it just feels
Oh,
like
that's
it.
nice.
Yeah.
If you get to know each other.
Well, I mean, that's how I started, like, first, like, several weeks. It's like, oh, I got all these games. Focus on Black Ops 2 for weeks because I was playing with the same people and
Yeah.
talking to them and having fun.
Yeah. I feel like with that smaller community too, you go in with a different attitude as well, and that is what changes it from being all the stupid sort of swearing, teabagging that people do to
Yeah.
the more friendly.
Yeah, community building. And that's why I like the fact that there may be fewer people that own the Wii U, but there are more, like I said, a tighter-knit community of people cooperating, people playing together, like friendships being made.
That's kind of like an anti-selling point, though, because the more people who buy it, the bigger the communities get, and that's like
True.
the farther away you get from. So
Yeah.
Nintendo's not
But-
going to be advertising, oh, look at all this tight-knit community.
Yeah.
you
But I
have."
feel like at the same time, the attitude will still be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, and that small selling point is the reason why certain games haven't gotten DLC. Case in point, Black Ops 2. Again, there's like 3 packs of DLC, but I'm not gonna buy a copy of Black Ops 2 for my PS3 just to get the DLC. It's like
No.
it's a waste.
Mm-hmm.
I bought this copy. I want the DLC for this game.
It's like the Team Fortress 2 on the PS3, which has no updates whatsoever, as opposed to like the hats and wacky weapons in the PC version. The controls are kind of weird too. The default controls on that orange box PS3 version, a bit bizarre. But you know, whatever, I'm sure you can switch that. Of course, another issue I've been seeing a lot on the internets is people saying they should bring back such and such to the Virtual Console. And yeah, it sure takes them a long time to bring out those Virtual Console games.
And I mean, I don't know why it would be so hard to transfer from, like, just bump up the Virtual Console from the Wii to the Wii U, or from the 3DS.
Or even like different regions where it takes.
That too.
If they're all the same English. Or...
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know why it's so hard to just, we're just gonna pick this up, throw it in this box.
Yeah, no, there's just some weird things going on in Nintendo.
Well, I mean, they like to re-release like 300 times, and people will still buy it. I mean, case in point, I mean, I've bought, I don't even know what I've bought numerous times. But the one big thing that people will constantly buy, Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They will pretty much always buy the big 3 Mario games, and over and over and over and over.
Smash Bros, Mario Kart, yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading on the internet again that people were doing a petition to get Reggie as a Smash Brothers character.
Yes, they are.
That'd be pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. So we just got Earthbound. That's pretty cool.
We need Super Mario RPG. We
Yes.
were just talking about it.
Yeah.
They need to release that.
I mean,
It's
they're-
never
gotta
been
happen
on the
eventually, I
virtual
guess.
console.
well, there's so many games. I know that there's going to be licensing issues, but to have to get the licensing again and again and again for the same game, that seems incredibly tedious. And why?
I don't know. It's weird. It seems like Nintendo's just not as big a company as we believe it to be. Almost, it almost feels like a small group. Now, a thought I had on the Twitters was Nintendo and Sega are both companies that are big in Japan, so to speak. But then what we get here in North America is kind of the leftovers. Like, there's a whole lot of greatness coming out of those companies in Japan.
Yeah, no.
Such as those Animal Crossing plushies. God damn, where are they?
Again.
I want them now.
But no, I mean, but that
we
can be
just
anyone
not
besides
knocking on
Nintendo.
wood.
We get cut off because so many people, like so many of the companies in Japan, seem that the consumerism isn't out here for their types of games lots of the time. I mean,
Well, they know Animal Crossing's done well.
yeah, but I mean, I'm not
I guess
talking
it
just
takes a really long
merchandise. I'm
time
talking
to
about
bring it all
games. Like I'm just talking games in general, not just merchandise.
Well, there's a lot of exclusive games from Nintendo that we don't get as well.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense for the merchandise too, because it's like you see, like with the little Animal Crossing plushies, like girls will hang them off their shirts and stuff, and like put them
Animal
in their
Crossing
purses.
shirts.
They'll put them on their dashboards at work. Like people
Yeah.
just use them more. People here, like we put them on the shelves and they collect dust, and a lot of people don't think it's as useful, so they don't buy it as much.
That's
It's
the thing. It just
cultural.
seems, yeah, the cultural, culture
Take
seems
a
to just
second.
be more embarrassed about how you act. I mean, that's the thing. There seems to be so much reservation out in
Well,
the
like we were saying,
Eastern-
nerd culture, it's there, man.
Yeah.
Nerds are the mainstream. I don't think they really have that much for about it. I guess they just want to take the safe route and it's like, well, we don't know. We've put out many popular, successful Animal Crossing, but maybe this time it might not be so successful, so just to be sure. You can buy the strategy guide and the game, and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
And the XL, if you pre-ordered it from Best Buy for our islands, we don't have any Best Buys.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Best Buy of Canada.
Yeah.
It is the capital city of BC, but you know, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. No one seems to care about the island, so.
It's true.
I blame BC Ferries. It's so expensive.
That's just part of it. But I mean, just with Nintendo, I just think that if they opened up more about the possibility of bringing even games that we've never seen before out here, then it might show more interest to the smaller niche groups that don't want to spend the money on the Wii U because they apparently don't have any software.
Yeah, we usually got no games. It's like Vita. I guess Vita's games are all in the PSN, but
Well,
I think people still like to buy their actual
It's
product.
it's weird with the Vita too, though, because I was like, well, do I get a Vita or do I get a
Yeah,
3DS?
understand.
And it's like, well, I don't want to be the one asshole who has a Vita. I'd rather be one of the thousands
Yeah.
who has a 3DS.
Here's my thing with that.
That's so
I've
mainstream.
stopped. I this time I didn't buy into Sony because I had the PSP. I have 15 games. I got the Go. I didn't get to transfer those games to my Go. So do you think I'm? And if I don't
Really?
get the chance to do that to the Vita, I'm not wasting $250 for a brick that I might find 5 games. No thanks.
Yeah.
If I can't
Yeah.
just if I just can't transfer over everything I have, I'm not wasting the $250 this time. I did it with the Go. I wasted $200 on the PSP. I'm not doing it again.
PSP was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Okay,
I got a lot of
again,
games
me,
about this.
I've got a few games,
Hmm.
but again, Monster Hunter pulled my attention.
Yeah.
I spent
I
a lot of
think-
time on Monster Hunter with the 3DS, but the fact is that Nintendo has had more games overall that have pulled my attention.
I think Wii U's it's still gonna be around. Like it's just a matter of it just feels like it came out too early, just way too early.
Well, the problem was the marketing for the Wii U was horrible too.
Yeah.
Like
Even the name. The name confuses people in
Yeah.
ads even. They're just like
Yeah.
Wii U?
yeah, and
Is
people
this?
come in and they're
Then
like,
they
so
put a
this,
picture.
they
Yeah, they think it's a controller.
yeah, so many people believe it's just an attachment for the original Wii.
It's like, no.
It's
No,
crazy.
it's true. It's like it didn't get as much marketing, like she says, in terms of separating it from the Wii. It's
Yeah.
like it can play your Wii games. Why waste your money on a Wii Mini that's $100? Just upgrade to the new system
Well,
because
Wii
in
Mini.
Canada can't buy typically you can't buy the regular Wii anymore.
It is cool looking, the Wii Mini.
Well,
It is mini. We saw that.
well, I don't have a Wii, and I didn't want a Wii U, but I wanted some of the Wii games. So I was like, maybe I'll buy a Wii Mini, but
Now,
I didn't.
Original Wii is worth buying. You can play all the GameCube games and the Wii. Games.
If you got an earlier model. Again, they got rid of the GameCube, just like the PS3 did with their later iterations.
Isn't it only the Wii Mini that can't play GameCube games?
No.
Really? There are
Yes.
bigger Wii's?
The regular
Lame.
Wii later iterations got rid of the GameCube ports, got rid of the memory card ports. Couldn't play the GameCube games.
Not even a controller port?
No. So just like the PS3 got rid of backwards compatibility,
Except for the PS3 plays PS1 games.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's stupid. Like, I mean,
Stay
why
tuned for
get-
future episodes of Game Start where we'll be doing just that.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, but yeah, I mean, when certain applications are there, people are going to gravitate more towards it. I mean, that's why I've been upselling the Wii U because so many people they don't want to spend the money on a PS3 or 360 because, well, the game selection. You get a parent with a 10-year-old kid wanting a 360. No,
Yeah.
it's like
Or-
and both
Yeah.
those two. I'd say they're more for mature gamers. It's like
well,
go for-
immature gamers perhaps. So
Yeah.
there's your teabagging. Halos and your Call of Duties and your
Yeah.
Maddens and whatever else. There is.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they're trying for
Those
that.
weird
and it's
games
just,
that are
there's
like
nothing
from
there.
Japan that are Xbox exclusive. Death Smiles, Xbox exclusive.
What? Galgun?
Yeah.
In
Oh, I'd love to play me some
I
Galaga.
wanted to play that too.
I did as well.
I know,
That's the
right?
thing, and they think that there's-
Otomedius? Oh, I so want to play that, but why is it Xbox exclusive? Konami, what are you doing?
Well, games like Catherine come over here, and
Yeah,
some
Catherine's pretty cool.
people are interested in them, and other people are too weirded out by them, and it doesn't show big enough interest.
Well, yeah, it's like I tried a demo of it, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell's going
Yeah,
on.
it's
I have
pretty
no
weird,
idea
yeah.
where I'm going. So
It
it's like,
is pretty weird. Yeah.
well, that's the thing. It's all dependent on where you start in the game too, because
Yeah.
demos don't always start you where you think, and then it just throws you into something. It's like, what am I doing? It's like random
Well, it's like
jumping up.
dating
It's like,
sim Qbert clone, dating sim Qbert.
yeah, and that's
But
the
it
thing.
like wasn't a dating sim. It was really weird. I got the ending I wanted, where my
All of
I don't want to say anything. Never mind. But I got
Yeah, I
the ending
haven't
that made me
even
happy.
played it, so.
that can be off screen.
Did you end up with Catherine or Catherine?
Neither. I ended up gambling all my money away, and I ended up passed out drunk.
Spoiler
That was
alert.
my ending, and I
Oh,
loved
man.
it.
I'm okay with that. Alright, I guess we pretty much covered all the basics. I just want to say if we could each get an idea of how to save Nintendo, if anyone has an idea. I'll just start things off. I'll say, drop those prices. I mean, seriously.
It's
Like-
way cheaper than the other systems are going to be, though. Like,
Yeah, but the Wii U is
Sony,
basically on
PS4
par with the PS3 and the
in
360.
graphics departments.
That's the
That's
thing.
not
People
everything.
keep. That's the thing. People
It's-
keep denying
It's
it.
old gen. That's my opinion, of course, but
That's.
I think no, we were saying games like new Super Mario Brothers Wii, like that's $60. No,
People still buy
Make
it.
make it $20 and
$20. That's pretty steep. Maybe
well, a
40
Nintendo
bucks.
Select game. Every Nintendo Select game is like $20, right? Or is it $30?
No, 20.
Yeah, 20. So make every Wii game $20, and then you'll make less money.
But people are still buying Wii's. Like, a couple people a day will come in and buy
Grasping strongly.
a new Wii, and then you're like, well, it doesn't play all these new games, and they go, oh, there's enough games, it's okay. Like, they don't care. Like, the Wii U
Yeah.
just isn't selling. There's nothing to pull them forward. It's like, well, what's coming out for the Wii U? Smash Bros.
Maybe that's
Mario Kart.
why.
It's like,
Yeah, but there's
again?
the other thing is that.
That's
I mean,
probably why they're still expensive, because people are probably playing Wii games more than Wii U games on their Wii U.
Mm.
Mm.
Drop that truth bomb on you.
But why would you get the Wii game that's also available on Wii U if they're both the same price?
Wait, no, that's not right.
The Super Mario Bros. Wii U and
They're
Super
actually
Mario
two
Bros.
different
Wii.
games, but they're extremely similar.
Oh, it's practically.
But the thing is, they're the
thing.
same price, I think. They
Yeah.
really should
You got your point,
Yeah.
Brendan.
Take us there, man.
Bring out Zelda. Done.
Club Nintendo. They need to change the items up more often. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of seeing shoelaces on there. I'm sick of seeing Animal Crossing
You're
9 game cart. Like, I mean, I like the 18 game cart. Bring that back. That was worthwhile.
I think that we need saving from Nintendo, and I think they'll start to change when the consumer market for it changes. So I feel like we have to take the first step. Stop buying the games; they'll drop in price.
Most people aren't buying the games, that's the thing.
No,
They're not buying
They're
They
Super
are.
Smash Brothers, Super Mario Galaxy. They're still buying those.
But those are Wii, we're talking... No, whatever. We're mixing all
It's
together.
a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. And I'm going to finish up by suggesting they have more indie support. Indies are, man, those are the big market.
Indie and
Oh.
third party, but again, they're getting more indie than third party support. Because again,
They
like-
need it, because no one seems to have any idea what to do with the Wiimotes or anything.
well, that's the thing. Again,
Indies
my,
love that crap. They just eat it up.
again, my point comes across in the
Yeah.
fact that the third party companies are too afraid to use the gamepad. It's like, oh, it's a new mechanic. It's just like the Wii remote. We don't want to touch it.
That's because the Wii U sales are so shitty that they don't want to invest the time and the money into it.
It's true.
Like
I
even
agree.
the Rayman, which I said this during our Rayman game started, but I said it wrong. Is that the next Rayman game coming out that was supposed to be a Wii U launch title? They decided to hold that off completely because the Wii U was doing so badly that they wanted to make it multi-platform.
That was like the one demo they had for the Wii U, right? Like in
Yeah.
stores. they
It's
have
still
this,
in stores.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
demo that
Oh,
you can't play
Ubisoft.
because the game didn't get released.
Yep.
No, I can't argue with their decision. Good job, Ubisoft. That's
Well,
French.
that's the thing. Ubisoft is at least the one third party company that is backing Nintendo's systems. I mean, they've had more and more
Yeah.
games, whereas everyone else is just afraid. I mean, what have we had from EA?
Well, Assassin's Creed was ready
Mass
at
Effect
launch.
3.
Rayman was almost ready, but then they
Yeah,
saw
but
what
still,
happened.
I mean, you look at
Yeah.
the games that they have, like Assassin's Creed 3, Rayman,
Rayman doesn't count.
but still, I'm like the games that they're lining up. Rayman, Zombie U, Assassin's Creed. EA had Mass Effect, I think, was the only one, or maybe Madden. Was
Did they
Madden
have?
there?
They must have had 1 and 2 Mass Effect. I've only ever seen the third one for sale though for the Wii U.
That's
I think
the
it's
only
only
one.
the
Yeah,
third
that's the
one.
only
Yeah,
one on
it's only
Wii U.
the
That's like the worst one.
Yeah.
That
No,
sucks.
no. I like all three of them.
I know.
Well, two's the best. That's
So many people just complain about the ending. That's the biggest complaint, and I'm like, I don't care. The game ended.
don't spoil
Big
it.
deal.
Don't spoil
And there's
That's
DLC
why I'm just saying it
too,
ended.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I found out that the ending had been spoiled, and so they had to rush to change it. And they didn't really change it; they just kind of switched it up a little bit. But they wanted to freshen it up for the people who had had it spoiled for them, and so that's why it was crappier than it
If
should
you
have
didn't
been.
want it
Supposedly, that's how
spoiled for
they.
you, then why did you read something
Yeah,
like
get off the internet.
Yeah. But I didn't even beat it. I didn't finish it. I had no will. I got to the very, very end, and I was like, I'm just gonna put this game
Oh,
down
I
and
beat
never
it.
play it
When
again.
the trilogy came out, I bought it for the PS3 so that I can actually play through the first one, get the trophies, and then get through everything. So.
Yeah.
Well, I've said it before, but I lost interest in Mass Effect 3 once they started having me shoot at Cerberus troops. Man, they saved Shepard. They supported Shepard all to Mass Effect 2, and then as soon as Mass
That's
Effect
when
3
you stop
starts,
playing.
yeah,
It was like the whole time they're like, Cerberus is kind of evil. Watch out. And
I
then you're
have-
like,
I
I
have-
can't believe I'm shooting these saints.
Between the two consoles, I have 8 of the games. 8.
I'd work for Cerberus.
I have 1, 2, 3 on my 360,
Ah.
2, 3, and the trilogy collection because that was the only way to get one. I wasn't buying a bloody digital
made
copy.
no
I hate
sense.
digital copies.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like
What?
whole other level.
Why did the Alliance bring him back then? 'Cause
Or
we're-
her.
Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. That goes into our, that's a good segue into our
Just
next
get
discussion.
Shepard.
Well,
Shepherd.
it was funny because there was.
Shepard.
This is kind of like real talk right now.
Yeah.
There was somebody who was talking about a theory that Shepard couldn't have been brought back from the dead because
Because it was
of
dead.
her space death or his space death.
Sure.
Shepard's
would've-
space death.
Their death.
When they would have brought Shepard back, that they would have been brain dead. So it was a theory
Clones?
that they were a clone, and that was alluded to.
Well,
in
there was also
their
the
game,
there was
which
also
I
the
don't
theory
like.
that the entire thing was non-existent once the once Shepard touched the obelisk.
So I have a theory.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
I have a theory that it's all just video games. Oh, video games. Good times. Alright, well, I think we've about finished our part 1, Saving Nintendo. Anyone have any last remarks? It's pretty cool company. I think it'll do alright.
Third last remarks, anyone?
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm cutting it here.
Needs like a little.